and welcome back. Today I'm going to be filming for you my May favourites. These are just purely makeup favourites. These are the products that I've been loving for the last couple of months. I've been properly testing them out and these are the ones that are like sticking in my routine. So we're going to talk through all of them today. I will leave everything listed in the description box if you're looking for shades. So thank you so much for watching and let's get into it. So first thing I wanted to mention is the Milk Makeup Hydrogrip Gel Tint. This is in the shade 1. This is definitely my winter shade. It's very pale. I actually wear this in my spring makeup look video, which is like a couple videos back. If you want to go and check it out, I will link it down below as well. But yeah, if you want to see this in action and see the shade, what the shade looks like on my skin, go and have a look at that. If you like a glowy tinted moisturizer type product, you will like this. Because this is marketed as a skin tint, I thought this was going to be a lot more liquidy, a lot more runny, and a lot more kind of lightweight and not so much coverage on the skin, but actually this has a good buildable coverage, I'd say, and I think the coverage does last the full day as well. It's also more of a solid, like creamy texture. I know it says gel, but I would say it's more of like a moisturizer texture on the skin, if that makes sense, like a thick moisturizer. It's not like slippy and slidey, it doesn't run everywhere, but like I said, it does offer a good amount of coverage and it feels like you are kind of putting a foundation on, even though it is a tinted moisturizer. It doesn't give you full coverage by any means. It still feels like light coverage everyday makeup, but it definitely does like blur everything out, even your skin tone, like make everything just look a bit more seamless, cover up any kind of imperfections that you have. So I really like this and I love that it is very glowy. The only slight downside to this, and I don't find it every single day, but just on my chin, it seems to, like you can see the product sitting on my chin sometimes, and it's only if you look up really close. And I do find as well, if you are finding that this is kind of going streaky when you're blending it out, blend it out mostly and then just let it sit on your skin for a few minutes and then finish blending it. Like do your concealer, do your bronzer, whatever, and then come back and like finish tapping it out on your skin, and it seems to just need like a minute or two to like sit and mesh with your skin texture. Also use less. I found if you use more, like a good amount of this, then it does tend to look streaky and not blend as nicely, but if you use a small amount, it does go a long way and it will still give you a nice amount of coverage. So really been enjoying this. Love a glowy base, like you guys know me. I will need to get this in a darker shade for the spring summer months. I'm probably going to get shade 4 and then like mix it with shade 1 as much as I need. The next base product I wanted to mention is the Iconic London Radiance Booster. I have the shade Shell Glow. This is my favorite summertime glowy primer. Like I've been using this for years. I go back to it time and time again. I have noticed that a lot of the shades are sold out and have been sold out for a long time. Shell Glow is still in stock on the Iconic website. It's out of stock like almost everywhere else. So I'm slightly concerned that they might be discontinuing this. I'm hoping that they're not, because it is my favorite glow giving radiance primer. If you've used the Charlotte Tilbury, is it the Hollywood Flawless filter, which is like similar kind of under makeup glow giving radiance booster primer thing, I think this does like a similar job to that. I haven't used the Charlotte Tilbury one, so I don't know what the texture and how it compares. This one is like Iconic's version of that, I think. So I am actually wearing it on my skin today. Hopefully you can see how glowy my skin is. My favorite way to use this and how I'm using it today is mixing it with my NYX Serum Concealer so that it makes kind of like a tinted moisturizer-esque type product, because the NYX Serum Concealer has a little bit more coverage than this. So this is, you can see it's like a skin toned moisturizer, but it has a lot of glow and radiance to it. So it's not going to give you tons of coverage. It kind of does blend out to nothing on the skin, but it gives a lot of glow, a lot of dewiness, a lot of glossiness. And then I find that mixing it with my NYX serum concealer just adds the right amount of coverage that I need for the summertime. This is what I tend to use in the summer. I don't use it in the winter just because the shade is a little bit dark for me in the winter. I really love to use it in the summer because it's so lightweight. It really doesn't feel like you're wearing much on your skin at all. And like I said, it just gives me that really healthy, glowy, glossy skin look that I love in the summertime. So this is a repurchase and I'm really hoping they don't discontinue it. I think that's like my third tube that I bought. I wanted to give an honourable mention to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. In my recent spring makeup look, I also used the Vive face powder. It was like the first time I tried it. I then used it for a month, for a few weeks, consistently, and I don't like it. I had to include this because this is better than the Vive one, in my opinion. So the Vive one really, really broke my skin out. Like, I had painful cystic acne from using the Vive one, and I think it's because it has more, it's really blurring. The Vive one, if you have oily skin and you want more of like a airbrush blurring look to your skin, the Vive one would be great. And I really loved the look of the powder on my skin. It was just, it broke me out. So I think it has too many almost like pore clogging ingredients, at least for my skin. Obviously that's not going to be the same for everyone, but it just did not work for me. So the reason that I say that is because I went back to my Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is my tried and true. I've bought 3 or 4 of these, and this is why I don't buy a lot of base products, because every time I buy a new base product and I veer away from what I know I love and use regularly, I get breakouts. So Charlotte Tilbury, I'm back to it. I will not stray again. I'm sorry. And I have the shade Fair. And I didn't even say what I liked about it. So what I love about this powder so much is that it blurs and mattifies where you need it to so well, but it still lets the glow of your natural skin shine through. It's not too powdery, it's not too cakey, but it does what you need it to do. And this, combined with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, the regular like Airbrush Flawless setting spray, has been my dream combination for probably like 5 years at this point. I've been using the both of them together and I just love how they work in combination together. But this powder is fantastic. Okay, so I have 2 blushes, cream blushes to mention. So the first one is an Old Faithful, the Saie Dew Blush. As you guys know, these are my favourite cream blushes. This one is in the shade Rosy. So I picked this one up a couple months ago. I used to have this one. It was the first Saie Dew blush I ever tried, but I just finished it up and didn't repurchase. And then I was on my Spicy love. As you guys know, I love the shade Spicy, but I wanted to pick up more of a pinky tone for spring. And this is like really, I would say a peachy pink on me. I wouldn't say, like, Rosy is way more pink, and I think this leans more warm toned, so on me at least. So I really, really love this, and I love, as you guys know, I love the formula of the dew blushes just because they're pigmented enough, but they're like really dewy and glossy looking, and just, you can't go overboard with them. So really, really enjoy them, and also they last forever as well. You get so much product in here. A new blush find that I have been loving recently is the Rhode Pocket Blush. This is my first ever Rhode product. This is in the shade Tan Line. I just kept seeing TikToks of this and I was like, I think I need that for my holiday. Like, this blush looks like a bit of me. If you know me, you know I love a kind of sun, I'm actually wearing it today on my cheeks. I don't know how much you can tell. I love a kind of sunburnt blush shade. That's why I love Spicy so much. It's very like bronzy terracotta undertones, and I think this gives the same vibe, but it's just a little bit lighter than Spicy. So Spicy is a little bit more deep and dark, and this one has a little bit more pinky undertones in it. I love the formula of these. They're so much more pigmented than I was expecting, and so much more there's so much more slip to them as well when you draw them on the face. Like, so much product comes off and you barely have to even touch your skin, but they're also so emollient and so easy to blend and leave a really nice, creamy, I don't want to say glossy finish, but kind of, you know. I wouldn't say they're quite as glossy and creamy and dewy as the dew blushes, but they definitely have a similar texture to those, even though one is a liquid and one is a cream. But yeah, really good for travel because, you know, it's just a stick that you can just throw in your bag. And I love a cream blush. So yeah, really like that. Want to try more shades. There's a couple more shades I have my eye on, so I might try more shades later in the year. 2 mascaras I wanted to mention. One is the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. This is in the shade Midnight. It's just the black shade. Sorry, After Midnight. It's the black shade. I have used this on and off for several years. I've bought like a few tubes of this over the years. I kind of always come back to it. It's like a fail-safe kind of night out mascara for me. I don't love this mascara in the day because I feel like it really does like give your lashes quite a lot of volume and length. I am wearing it today because it's the only mascara I can wear right now, which I'll get into. I personally love this mascara for like a night out, a going out moment, rather than like a regular daytime mascara, which I like more of like the Glossier Lash Slick, the just lengthening but no volume look for an everyday. But yeah, recently went back to this. I have been struggling with eczema on my skin, so this is actually the only mascara that I can wear right now. I believe it is hypoallergenic. I might just have to fact check that before I edit this video, but I think that this is hypoallergenic, and that is why I bought it, because I have got really bad eczema on this one eyelid. It keeps flaring up. It seems to react badly to any mascara, but this one seems to be the best one, and I can generally wear this without it kind of getting really red and angry. It will flare up a little bit, but it won't like go crazy. And I think half of that is to do with like removing it at the end of the day, because you always have to like wipe over your eyelid to remove it. And even though I use a really gentle makeup remover, it's still like putting chemicals essentially on my eyelid. So I think half of the battle is from that rather than the actual mascara. But overall, have really been enjoying it again, so wanted to mention it, and especially if someone else is looking for a hypoallergenic mascara, I think this would be a good option. The brush on this one is really interesting because it has one side that is like a long comb, and then the other side is like a round kind of spirally bobbly tip. One side is for basically giving volume, and then the long comb side is for combing through and giving length, and I really find that it does work to do both of those things really nicely. I will say it smudges a tiny bit, but nothing that is too critical for me in that I would like stop wearing it. I just kind of have to be a little bit conscious to wipe under my eyes every now and then, just in case there's anything kind of smudging underneath. But it's not I wouldn't say it's a bad mascara in terms of smudging. I've used a lot worse. The other one that I wanted to mention, which I sadly cannot wear at the moment because of my eczema, but I still wanted to mention it because I think it's a really, really good mascara, is the e.l.f. Lash Xtender. So again, I used this in my spring makeup video. I actually have the brown shade and I really like this. This is a great alternative to the Glossier Lash Slick if you want a cheaper version. It is so lengthening. It's a tubing mascara, but it just gives you so much length. Like, it's gorgeous, and it does not smudge at all. Apparently tubing mascaras are supposed to not smudge because of like the tubing technology. Genuinely does not smudge. Like, you have nothing under your eyes all day. The wand on this one is similar to the Glossier one in that it's just long and thin, so you can really like get in and coat your lashes. I think if I was repurchasing it I would buy black, but that's just a personal preference. I prefer black mascara than brown on me in general, but this is almost black. It's like a deep shade of brown, Whereas when I've used brown mascaras in the past, they've been really obviously brown and they've just looked a little bit weird on my skin, like not quite the right undertone for my hair and things like that. So this one I have liked the best out of any brown mascaras I've ever used, and I would keep using it, but I would just repurchase the black once I run out. So yeah, on the eczema front, I don't think this actually really like flared up or caused my eczema, but I did notice that it was making my eczema worse over time using this regularly. So I did switch back to the Ilia one just because of that. However, I don't think that this is like giving me a reaction or giving me eczema. I want to be clear about that because, and I think the same with the Glossier mascara, which is why I bought this, to see if there was a difference. I think my eyelid has just become really, really sensitized. I think the skin barrier has completely broken and my eye is just literally reacting to everything. But the reason that I don't think this is actually causing any eczema on me, and I don't think that people generally should worry about it, is because this eyelid is fine. Like, it's just this one eyelid that has a reaction to everything at the moment. So I think whatever I put on it, it's going to be red and raw and sensitive. And this eyelid is absolutely fine. Had no issues wearing this mascara at all. So I think it's just like a me thing rather than like a, oh my God, this mascara causes eczema. Like, I don't think that's the case. Just wanted to be honest and transparent about that, but it is in my favorites because as soon as my eye is fully healed, and I'm hoping to get some cream and sort it out at the doctor's next week, I will be going back to using that mascara because I really, really loved it when I was using it. The final two products are lip products, and this one I've been using for a while, but I don't know when I last mentioned it, so I just wanted to give it a shout out. It's the Hourglass lip gloss stick thing. I can't remember, the Phantom lip gloss I think they're called. I love the packaging of these, like they feel so nice to apply. This is in the shade Slip. It's like a really nice neutral pink, just like goes with anything shade. I love it. I've been wearing it loads. I love it for a night out specifically. Like, I just think it's like, ugh, like I said, it goes with everything and it just always looks good. So it's like my fail-safe option, and I love the packaging. Like I said, I love pulling it out of my bag and applying it. The one I'm wearing today is the Makeup by Mario gloss stick, and this is the shade Bronze Glow. This is actually a repurchase, so you know that I truly, truly love it. I bought this for my holiday because I just think this is one of the best brown toned, bronzy glosses that you can wear on holiday. I love wearing, if you can't tell, when I'm on holiday and in the sun, I love wearing really brown terracotta undertones on my face. I just think it makes me look more tanned than I really am. Hopefully you can tell that it's not quite as pink as the Hourglass one, but I think for redheads this is like a really, really good natural nude gloss option for us because it does have those brown undertones, but it's still a little bit pinky and a little bit neutral. So yeah, really, really enjoy that. Like I said, it's a repurchase. I used the last one all the way up and I had to have it back in my life again. And that wraps up this favorites video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you are looking for some product recommendations, do let me know in the comments what you are loving. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, I hope you're all doing well and I will see you in the next one. Bye.